The celebrity Instagram post that is raising all sorts of questions about beauty and race. Lil Kim, one of the most successful and influential female rappers ever, revealing a dramatic new look and creating a raging debate. Here's ABC's Deborah Roberts.
Been going for a minute, now I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club, case something jump off.
She is the self-proclaimed queen bee of rap. Lil Kim, who made her mark with her raw rhymes like the jump off. Long before Nicki Minaj, it was Lil Kim beneath those colorful wigs in videos like Crush on You.
Queen bee, so you best take heed.
And eye-popping music videos like How Many Licks. Lil Kim's appearance is a big part of her persona, which may explain why the notorious K.I.M. is turning heads again. In a series of pictures she recently posted on Instagram, many say Lil Kim's virtually unrecognizable as compared to pictures of her in the 90s. Along with her wavy blonde hair, many are commenting that her facial structure appears visibly different. Her nose thin, her skin lighter. The post is sparking an online firestorm, with some speculating whether the image is all due to makeup and camera filters, others convinced she's chemically lightening her skin tone. Like the Oscars, Lil Kim has even earned the hashtag Lil Kim So White. The rapper has remained mum on the issue, and her reps didn't get back when we reached out. The images are sparking a big discussion about society's view of ideal beauty and whether women of color are under pressure to conform.
I would say the Hollywood standard of beauty is lighter skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, slender.
Patience Zalanga, a Minnesota photographer, has heard it all for years.
When I first saw the pictures of Lil Kim, I was really shocked. But then I started thinking about it. As a little girl, I was also one of those black kids that wanted to have lighter skin. And so this transformation of Lil Kim is really just, it's extreme, but it's not a phenomenon.
In fact, Lil Kim herself admitted to insecurities about her looks back in a 2000 Newsweek interview, where she opens up about not feeling attractive, stating, "I have low self-esteem. I always have. Guys always cheated on me with women who were European-looking. Being a regular black girl wasn't good enough."
Black women and women of color are always aspiring to get as close to white as possible, to fit within those beauty standards.
Critics say the beauty industry's capitalizing on the idea that some young women of color are unhappy in their own skin, thus fueling a multi-million-dollar skin bleaching business in the U.S.
In high school was when I started dabbling in other things such as skin bleaching.
Beauty blogger Jasmine Rose knows all about those over-the-counter skin bleaching products. How far did you go in trying to bleach your skin?
All throughout high school, I had really bad acne, and so I first started off trying to bleach the spots, and then I was like, well, if I bleach the spots, what happens if I bleach my face? And so I started it, and when I went to school a couple times, I got compliments from folks saying, "Oh, your skin looks brighter," and that was kind of motivation for me to continue doing it.
Patients experimented with bleaching too.
It was like really terrible because every time you put it on, you recognize that you don't like something of yourself, which is my skin color.
Dermatologists warn that many of those creams are only intended for small areas and that using them more broadly can thin the skin and become dangerous.
A lot of the over-the-counter products that are used for skin lightening can contain toxic chemicals that can be really harmful and cause skin cancer and even internal cancers.
Dr. Mohiba Tareen says the appeal of skin bleaching products casts a far wider net than just here in the U.S.
It's actually inundated in Indian society that, creams such as Fair and Lovely and all these things can be done at a young age to lighten the skin tone.
In fact, in 2011, the World Health Organization reported that 77% of women in Nigeria used skin lightening products regularly, as did 40% of women in China, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Korea. This worldwide complexion complex leads some to vocalize their sympathy for Lil Kim.
Our reaction to Lil Kim should not be to shame her. What's more important is to address the bigger issue, and that's how white supremacy is so pervasive in the media.
Ironically, Lil Kim's Instagram post comes on the heels of the other Queen Bee's visual album, Lemonade. And though more dark-skinned women are surfacing as icons of beauty, lighter-skinned women continue to dominate on red carpets and on magazine covers. Some have come under fire for allegedly lightening dark-skinned celebrities, from Gabourey Sidibe to Lupita Nyong'o, something they have denied. Most recently, InStyle magazine was accused of digitally lightening the skin tone of Scandal star Kerry Washington. But the magazine denies digitally lightening her skin, instead blaming her washed-out look on their cover lighting. But the quest to achieve beauty ideals often goes far beyond complexion.
And my tip is not as defined as I would like it to be.
Nearly 2 years ago, we met Kendra Alaya, who was on the hunt for the perfect face.
I just looked in the mirror one day and makeup's not changing, anything's not helping, maybe it's my nose.
Kendra is no stranger to the knife.
I've been through this 3 times.
She was on her 4th attempt at rhino perfection. Kendra was hopeful the surgery would finally give her a reflection she's happy with.
The total cost for the procedure was about $14,000.
I see nothing wrong with it. It's fine. I always thought she was pretty.
Her mom, Sylvia, wasn't sure it was money well spent, worrying that with each nose job, her daughter was erasing her ethnicity.
I'm proud of my blackness. Always been that way. And I don't want to change a thing.
But Kendra insists her nose doesn't define her identity.
How was your trip?
Dr. Ola Slipshinsky specializes in what he calls ethnic surgery, marketing himself to minorities.
Come this way.
He says patients of all races seem to want similar looks.
I certainly have a fair amount of patients that bring me photos of super celebrities that are walking around with either half Caucasian, half African American nose or half ethnic nose.
Kendra tells us she wants to model her new nose on that of Alicia Keys. Just after Kendra's surgery, we check in. How are you feeling?
Physically, I feel fine, a little sore, but I'm recovering.
What are you going for? I mean, clearly you're a woman of color. Do you not want to look like a woman of color?
No, I do. I definitely want to look like a woman of color. I don't think changing my nose is going to make me not look like a woman of color. I'm always going to be black, obviously.
Then, days later, the big reveal.
Let's just see how this... Oh, wow. I like it.
It's the one you want.
Yeah, it's the one I want.
As for Lil Kim, no matter what they say, whether the speculation's true or not, some hope this conversation on beauty will keep going on.
If you still don't get why Lil Kim having lighter skin, blonde hair, and blue eyes is a big deal, then you are maybe part of the default. And I think that's an important thing to raise.
For Nightline, I'm Deborah Roberts in New York.